Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be using some of the gifts that I've been receiving. So these are from various places. This is a bag that contained a bunch of goodies from an October Project Share giveaway winning thing that I received from Missy over at Do What You Love. And this was in it, as well as the stack of papers here. So I've got two different kinds. I've got these papers here, and I did go over these in that video. If you're interested, it'll be in the description box below. And then there's these as well. And I also got this one, the most recent one here, is from the Nava family, and there's a bunch of papers and stickers and a whole bunch of goodies inside this bag. And then this one is from Miss Tracy Wheeler, and I can't get the bag open now. It actually didn't come in this bag. It came inside of a card, but I put the card in a pocket protector in my notebook, where I keep all the cards that you guys send me. And so I didn't have a place to put all this stuff, so I just put it in one of these bags. So she's got these sticky notes here that she sent me, as well as a sample of ephemera, and it's various kinds. And again, if you're interested, the video will be in the description box below. I believe this was sent in coordination with one of her project shares that she sent in. And forgive me that I don't remember exactly when it came in. These last few months have been completely crazy and chaotic for me. So one day I think I might be able to explain all of that. So anyway, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bag. I really want to use this bag, and it's really pretty. So we're going to do that first. And the first thing, or what I'm going to do with it rather, is I'm going to make a cover for my mini album. And it's the perfect size. When I was looking at it, that's what I kept seeing. I kept seeing a cover for my mini album. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom apart, and then then I'm just going to unfold it here. And we're not going to use the bottom, so it's not terrible if you damage the bottom. But so I'm going to cut this directly like this. I'm not going to open it up. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to cut it straight down. And so I'm going to cut it as close to the edge as I possibly can to the designs. So you see the Merry right here, the Merry Christmas. I'm going to get as close as I can to the top without cutting it. And I'm going to try to make these straight lines. So that's what I mean. And now I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom here, but I think I'm going to have to cut off some of the penguins' bottoms, which I'm okay with, honestly. I think it'll be fine. So there's that. Now my happy planner is underneath my laminate sheet, because I tried to put everything on my desk before I started this video. That way it wouldn't be insanely long. So this is... Actually, I might be able to use that. Give me that back. Because I'm going to be using... I'll show you this in a minute. So this is pretty long. So I'm going to shorten this up probably about a ½ inch. Nah, probably only about a ¼ inch. I don't know. We'll see how big a ¼ inch is. Okay, a ¼ inch is not that big. So we're going to go with a ½ inch. And chomp that. Okay, and there we go. Now, that looks about right. And now to make this super duper easy, I'm just going to cut the edges right off. And I'm not cutting them a specific amount. I am simply making this bag an open surface. So I'm going to scooch this over. Because it's unfolding on me, it's being ornery. Okay. Alright, there's that. And now I'm going to flip this over and do the same thing on this side. Or not. Oh, that's not long enough. Or it didn't scooch over far enough. And that scooched way over. Okay. It was funny. My daughter was making a card for one of her friends for Christmas, and she was trying to lay everything down on here using one hand, and I was like, how in the world are you doing that? Because I have to use two hands. I have to. There's no getting around that. And I think I'm going to play with these to see what I want to do with that. So now I have a front and back cover. Cool, huh? So now if you want to put this on paper before you laminate it, by all means, do that. Now I have a paper pad that actually matches very well with this, and I did not do a haul video on these paper pads because my haul videos were so insanely far behind. I kind of stopped doing the haul video. I think I didn't do 2 of them. But honestly, I haven't been shopping in a minute. I think it's been like a week and a half since I think it's been like 2.5 weeks since I've actually been shopping, which gives you an idea of just how far behind my videos are, because you guys are still seeing haul videos even though I haven't been shopping. So anyway, this is a pad that I had bought specifically for Missy over at Do What You Love. We were in a tag swap, and I know she loves these colors. And she loves little penguins and snowmans and this, that, and another. So this is actually extra because I bought a couple packs because I wasn't sure really what I was going to do yet. I just knew that I wanted to do these colors. So I'm going to open this up. And if you use a blade to open these, make sure that you cut on the label here. That way you're not cutting your paper. So I'm just going to use one single sheet here. And I'm just going to pick one. So this is one. This green is another. There's one. And what's really cool about this is you get 4 of each one. So I think what I'm going to do is, actually, I'm going to use the green. And I'll show you why. Let go. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to very easily put a little bit of tape, because this is not going to be for security. It's only going to be for like a temporary hold, basically to make sure it doesn't go anywhere in the laminator, like in the laminating pocket. So now we're going to put another one. And I'm going to put this one over here, so I only have to cut 2 lines instead of 3. Let go of my paper. You're crooked. Okay. Now all these products that I have in mind are super, super easy and quick. So just to give you an idea. Now you can trim these out with scissors or with a trimmer. I'm going to use my trimmer just because it's quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottoms off. And also too, if you wanted to mat this, then you would just basically cut, before you put it onto the paper, you would cut the bags down about a half, or not a half an inch, gosh, that would, well, if you wanted a really big border, then you would do half an inch. But if you want just a standard, you know, a standard border, which is a 1/8 of an inch all the way around, then you would make the top piece a 1/4 of an inch smaller than the bottom piece. So if I wanted to mat this with this, or mat this with this, I know it's backwards and it's confusing, I would cut this down a 1/4 of an inch off of the height and a 1/4 of an inch off of the width. And then I would be able to see the green behind it. But honestly, it doesn't bother me one way or another, because this is just going to be a very quick and simple and easy project. So I'm going to save these and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. Now, along with the paper and the bags and everything, I also got a whole bunch of stickers, which are really, really cool. And I'm going to open those up for you guys right now. And we're going to use some. Probably should have opened that off camera because it's probably a little loud. And what's really cool is these colors all match really well with each other. So now I'm going to flip this over, and I'm just going to stick some stickers on there because they are cute, and I'm not going to just kind of like throw them on here haphazardly, but you could if you wanted to. A sledding tree. Actually, I think I will just kind of throw these on here haphazardly. I'm going to put a snowman up here. Oh, that's cute. A skiing snowman. Put that one over there. A cabin in the woods. Oh, I like the trees. Okay. I'm going to do that one too. I really like the skiing snowman. Okay. And tree over here. And another skiing snowman. We're gonna put him back. Put some snowflakes up. Oh, the penguin. Gotta do the penguin. The penguin's cute. Oh, there's another penguin. Dude, these stickers are adorable. I mean, I thought they were cute when I first opened them, but actually sitting here playing with them, they're just too much, man. Alright, and some more snowflakes over here. Another snowflake over here. And this one is done. We're going to work on this one. Put a candy cane. Oh, there's another present. We'll use the other present. Okay. And then the snowman's with the present on his head. I love that. Okay. And then we are done with this one. Now I want to put the cocoa up there. I like the cocoa. Alright. I missed. Alright. So, now, so far I've used, the only thing of mine that I've used is the tape itself and the cardstock. Everything else, well, I mean technically it's mine, but everything else was a gift from Missy over at Do What You Love for the October Project Share winnings. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put these inside our laminate pocket, and then we are going to laminate. Now make sure that you give yourself a good bit of room here so you can cut them out and still have a border. So I'm trying to see if I can do it this way, and it looks like I cannot. Nope. So you still have to have a somewhat of a gap in between, so when you cut it you don't break open the seal. Now if you do cut it and you accidentally break open the seal, all you have to do is, once you are, if it's not directly cutting the paper, then what you can do is after you've cut it apart is just pop it down back in the laminator, and that should fix the problem. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the laminator, and then I'm going to start working on something else because that's going to take a second. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this right here and we're going to punch a hole with it. And hopefully, yep, that is big enough. Alright, now we have, my hole puncher is dull. You know what's funny is I just took back my hole puncher. I took it back to Michael's because it did this exact same thing. And then I got this one, and it's the same brand. I would have got a different brand, but they didn't have a different brand in the size because I wanted very specifically a 2.5 inch circle. They didn't have that in another brand. I looked. But I went ahead and got the Recollections anyway. This was less than a month ago. So this was probably the second week in November when I got this punch, and it's doing it again already. So the thing is laminated already. My daughter just pulled it out of the machine. She's like, here you go. So we're going to go ahead and trim this up, and all we're going to do is trim the side. Nothing fancy. And you're going to do that to all 4 sides. And like I said, don't trim too close because you want that edge to not break the seal. So this one looks like it's going to break the seal. So what I'm going to do is as soon as I cut this, I'm going to turn around and pop it back in my laminator because there is a gap. And I don't know if y'all will be able to pick that up, but there is an opening right here. See, right there. But if you can see, there is some plastic right there. So when I pop this back in the laminator, it's going to seal that up. And that's what I mean by once you cut it, if you open it by accident, because sometimes when you put it in the laminator, it doesn't get really close seal. But you can just trim it up. And, I mean, leave yourself a nice laminate border. And like I said, if you pop it open, just throw it back in the laminator. No biggie. Alright, so that's done. I'm going to set that there. And I'm going to throw those back in the laminator. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my cover, my current cover, off of my, off of my planner. So, we're going to take this and this. Oh, I took one too many off. I didn't want to take my plastic off, just my butterflies. So we're going to set that there for now. And I'm going to use my, oh, thank you. Okay, so I feel like I say, okay, so a lot. I do, don't I? I know I do. Now I'm just making noises at you guys. All right. We're going to cut the corners of this. And this is not necessarily for decoration. This is for, hey, laminate piece of plastic thing, don't stab me to death. So I'm just going to use the 1/4 inch. So. I feel like I say so a lot. So and I say so and a lot. Which is kind of funny because I don't necessarily lose track of what I'm thinking. Then again, I do. So, there we go. So, all right, now we're going to punch holes. And before I do that, I'm going to center this up because this is smaller than the actual cover, which is kind of why I wanted to keep the plastic. So we're going to put this there. And honestly, you could do this several ways. I'm just going to grab a paper clip because it's handy. But I do have paper clamps, which would work a lot better because they don't move. The paper clips will most likely move, and I'm probably going to get mad at it and then start yelling at it. Now, I did put both of these together. If you have a We Are Memory Keepers hole punch, then you can do multiple laminate sheets together. If you do not, if you have a traditional hole punch like this, do one at a time. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to punch. Now I have the trash bin open so I can see, because if you have this hole punch, you can't really see where you're punching unless you open up the little trash bin. And then you have your little trash flying all over the place. Just keep an eye on it.
That's a measuring one. That's a measuring one.
We have our, now we have our covers. So we're going to close this up. And yeah. Then I'm going to, okay, stop that. She's playing with something. Oh, it's the scissors, the cover on the scissors. And, oh, see what I did? I punched them backwards. So, if you guys do this, this is also why I decorate the backside, because I am absolutely notorious for punching the wrong side. So, I will punch them, and then it'll be on the wrong side, because these holes should be on this side. So, I should have flipped this over, but I didn't. But it's okay, because the back side is still pretty too. Oy. You know what's funny is I don't have anything on or in my notebook, I feel like, and it's still really full. I do want to do a flip through with you guys real quick because I haven't done my December in quite some time. So I think the last one that I did with you guys was November, the last week of November. Actually, no, I don't even think it was then. I think it was this one. So I did this one here and with you guys. I was going to do this on camera and I completely forgot, and then I looked down at when it was poking out my laminator. I was just like, really? So anyway, I have that. All that is it's Dollar Tree leaves, and I put them inside of a laminate pocket, and then I laminated the whole thing and then got it up and punched holes, and that was it. So there's that. That video is in the description box below for the bookmark. And then see, this is how behind I am. I haven't even written in my planner. Like, I have a notes thing on my computer where I'm updating notes on what video is uploading on what day, so I can try to keep track of it. This is honestly the best way for me to keep track of it, but I'm just so busy that I don't have time to like sit down and write down all of it. So anyway, this is Monday the 21st through the 27th here. And I did the same concept as I did before. I inked in different variations of the labels, and then I just used a little bit of washi. And I got my little deer right here. And this is a card. This is December's right here. This is the first week in December. I got some Let It Snow washi on top of the silver washi. And this is the card. And I just use a silver card that I have in one of the card packs. I got little confettis, like snow confettis. These came from Target Dollar Spot. They are these guys right here. I actually have I have bought total about 5 containers, and that's what I have left. Like, because I've been using them for everything. So there's that. And then this is Monday the 5th through Sunday the 11th. And so this one's incredibly simple. It is the tape here and then the labels here. With the labels, all I did was I took some silver permanent marker and I basically just colored all the way around all of the labels. And then I have this little card insert to go with it, which I think is really pretty because it matches really well. And I think that's the last one that I have done so far. So I am caught up, at least with showing you guys the layouts, but writing in the layouts and, you know, doing the Plan With Me videos, so far behind. And I am so sorry. Eventually I will explain what is going on, but I can't write this minute. So, and I know that just makes everything so much more confusing for you guys, and I'm so sorry. But anyway, so that's this. I will continue this video in a part 2, and that way this video is not just stupid long. Enough about that. I am going to close this out, and then I'm going to make a part 2, and I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.